Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. Today we are starting The Mandalorian Season 3. I'm very excited about this. I love The Mandalorian. A lot of the Star Wars stuff that has been coming out lately has been great, like The Bad Batch and Andor. Been a big fan of that. The last Mandalorian reaction I did on the channel did pretty well. It was the Season 2 finale. That's got like 20,000 views or something like that on the channel, which is very exciting. I cried. But for those who may be unaware, some additional developments have happened in the Mandalorian storyline since then, a la the Book of Boba Fett. There's 2 episodes in the Book of Boba Fett that progressed the story of the Mandalorian and reunited Mando and Grogu, and I'm curious how many people are going to be confused when they start this. They're going to be like, what? They're together? And then Dave Filoni, I think, or no, Jon Favreau, has been saying some stuff over the past couple days about the timeline of like how things have gone between seasons 2 and 3, and that it was like 2 years time, and it's like, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm very, very curious about what this episode is going to be. It's only 37 minutes long, which is kind of crazy. I feel like it should be longer for the premiere of a season, but who knows? Either way, I'm very excited to jump into this. But before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me. It helps my videos get seen more. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of The Mandalorian or any other Star Wars related stuff on the channel, because I will be reacting to all of it, obviously. And then if you are interested in seeing the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. Since this is the first episode of a new season, that uncut will be completely free and public for anyone to check out. And if you find that that's something you're interested in going forward, then your support would mean the world. Sometimes I post reactions a little bit early on Patreon as well, so if you're interested in that, consider checking it out. But otherwise, let's jump into Season 3, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian. Ooh. Interesting sound design on this. Very, very curious. Is this the armor, maybe? It's tough to tell in the reflection. Oh yeah, I think this is the armor. She's making a pizza tray. Put some dough on that, make a nice pie. Get some za. What is she making? Is it a helmet, shoulder piece? Ooh, fancy. It's like that one episode of Doctor Who when all the Daleks got fresh paint jobs. Is this a foundling? Or just a little boy being initiated into the Mandos?
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors.
I swear on my name and the names of the ancestors.
What a little dork. Put it on, little dude. Welcome to the club. You're gonna need a haircut, though.
This is the way.
This is the way.
From this moment on, I shall never remove my helmet.
From this moment on, I shall never...
Is something happening? Oh! Snap, crackle, pop! That's a giant alligator! Oh, that person got chomped.
To the sky!
This is current day, right? Or is this like in the past? I don't think this would be in the past, but you never know. Ooh. There, just work. Oh, it did the gator roll. The death roll. Oh yeah, the armor, she's got it. No problem. She'll 1v1 this alligator. Maybe go like to the side so you're not directly in front of this. Unless this is in the past and this is our boy. Well, current day, baby, let's go. Oof. Oof. Been done got. Yeah. Our little nugget.
You have removed your helmet.
Yeah, we're aware. It's okay.
You are no longer Mandalorian.
I've met some other Mandos that say it's chill.
The Creed teaches us of redemption.
Redemption is no longer possible since the destruction of our homeworld.
Is this inscription not Mandalorian?
What is it? Where did you get that?
Where did you come upon this?
Yeah, that's my question.
Jawas.
The Jawas?
And
This must
relic
be
only
something that
proves
happened
Mandalorian's
between seasons
entire
that we didn't see.
surface has been crystallized by fusion rays.
If I visit the planet and I can bring you proof that I have bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, then by Creed, the decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
Facts. That sounds like more than redemption. That sounds like you get a prize as well. Grogu says, please.
This is the way.
This is the way. I don't know why he wants to be redeemed by these people so bad. Wow. Grogu's become amazed by the hyperspace lane. Oh, the whales! The whales from Rebels! Talk to the whale, Grogu. I forgot exactly what they're called, but they're space whales. Ezra and Thrawn, we're hanging out with these whales. Yo, that's so dope. They are paving the way for that Rebels connection in terms of storyline.
Please state the purpose of your visit.
It looks pretty
Here to meet
good.
an old friend.
Navarro's had a bit of a glow up since we left it last. They planted trees. We're thriving, baby.
Greetings. Welcome to the Fort of Navarro, gem of the Outer Rim.
Gem of the Outer Rim. I guess when you're no longer a hive of scum and villainy, you know, you're not all about bounty hunters, then things are allowed to go well. Oh, they built a monument to him. I feel like this was there before, but it's still nice to see. It's beautiful.
Mando!
Oh, and he's standing on melted stormtrooper helmets.
I heard you were back.
Looking fancy, buddy. Oh, spinny chair for Grogu? Hell yeah.
There's a lot of money to be made on Navarro.
I can see.
Facts, man.
Well, I'm confused. I thought you had completed your mission, but you're still
Oh, yeah,
running
he
around
did,
here
but
with the
still.
same little critter.
It's complicated.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's just that there's someone here to see you.
It can wait.
But it's pirates! Pirates in the courtyard.
Why?
Pirate King Gorian Shard's name is familiar to all in this sector. Join me for a drink back at my office. We'll toast to your captain.
We drink here.
You're not gonna drink at the school.
Not in my school.
You hear that, boys? His school.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys trying to die right now?
Try me.
Oh.
Tell
Alright.
Captain Gorian Shard that Navarro is no longer friendly to pirates.
Sucks to suck. Woo-hoo. Don't try it, son.
Get out of here, Vane. Now.
Sure you want to let him go?
Should have killed him, honestly. It's probably gonna come back and bite you in the butt.
I need a marshal.
What about Marshal Dune?
She
After
died
she brought in Moff
from being a
Gideon,
bigot.
She was recruited by Special Forces.
Okay, so Cara Dune's still alive, but they can easily recast her.
What do you say? You ready to put on the stripes and collect a healthy stipend? You'd make a very fine lawman.
Why not
Get,
request one from the New Republic?
Timothy Oliphant. He loves being a marshal.
I need him back.
What?
IG-11 was destroyed on the lava river. This is just a statue.
These are his parts, are they not?
I mean, what's left of him?
We can dismantle this.
I need a droid I can trust to help me explore Mandalore. And he's that droid.
Mando, we've got plenty of droids around here.
Yeah,
We'll find
he
you one, I
only
guarantee
trusts that droid.
There you go.
Of the Bond material protocol will immediately produce
Oh no. No.
terminate acid.
Is it really that hard to stop him?
Terminate.
Crushes him with a statue. Damn, that's a bummer.
I think he defaulted to his old programming.
You think?
You need, what's his face? To reprogram him. Oh wait, he died. We can't do that.
The Anzellans.
BABU FRIK?
What do you want?
Which one of you is Babu? Oh my god, there's so many of them.
No, the Bo-Katan, the book.
I don't understand. Do you speak Huttese?
He's saying it's broken.
That's no good. I need this one. This one is my friend.
They're not friends anymore. Memory circuit, Bo-Katan.
He says the memory circuit is shot.
Yeah, he understands English.
What if I find you the part?
Okay, now, then no problem. We take.
Fetch quest.
No, Grogu.
He's hugging him.
Not a
He
pet.
likes him.
No, it's crazy. Bad baby. Oh, it's bad. Bad baby.
No, Grogu.
A bad baby. I love it. I love it.
And this is your enemy proximity warning indicator.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Avast, Mandalorian. You can't just sneak away after cutting down
You
4 of my
scurvy dog.
brothers in cold blood.
Oh, we'll kill you, no problem.
After him!
He's doing it one-handed. He's keeping him in control at the same time. There's
3
more of
more.
them? Holy cannoli, man. Oh, he's gonna be behind him. He's gonna be behind you guys. He's so good. He's just hiding in the rocks. Oh no. Oh, that's a big boy. That's a heckin' big boy.
Stop where you are, man.
Who was that guy? Swamp Thing?
You're outgunned. Surrender your ship and I'll spare your life.
No.
Never trust a pirate.
Nos. Never trust a pirate, baby.
This is Kalevala.
Kalevala.
It's another planet in the Mandalorian system.
Neat.
It's a Mandalorian castle.
This is Bo-Katan's house. Her and Duchess Satine's like ancestral home. I like that it's raining. I love planets that rain. I feel like rain isn't utilized enough in film. This is like Daenerys' spot in Game of Thrones. This long ass throne room.
Bo-Katan. It is Din Djarin.
What's up, Shouty? How you doing, girl?
I am here to join you.
There's nothing left to join. When I returned without the Darksaber, my forces melted away.
Well, you only need 2 of us, so we'll be fine. She's
So you gave up your
depressed.
designs to retake Mandalore?
Your cult gave up on Mandalore long before the Purge. Where were you then?
That's a good question.
Go home. There's nothing left.
I am
can't
going
do that.
to Mandalore, so that I may bathe in the living waters and be forgiven for my transgressions.
Your transgressions need not forgiving.
If you want to go to the mines, be my guest. They're beneath the Civic Center in the city of Sundari.
Well, thanks for that info. We didn't have that info before.
Goodbye, Din Djarin.
So she just like hangs out. Oh, good, that's it? Come on. Pedro. Papa Pedro. Katie Sackhoff, yes. Ba-da-da-dum. Okay, the Mandalorian is back, and he is reinvigorated on his mission to go to Mandalore. So, first thing, when Jon Favreau said it's been, what, almost 2 years or something between season 2 and 3 of The Mandalorian, that can kind of make sense, right? Because, Book of Boba Fett, all that jazz happened. Although I don't know if he said it's been 2 years or if he said Grogu was with Luke for 2 years, because then that doesn't make sense. but I'm not 100% sure, because it feels like there's been stuff that's happened even between Book of Boba Fett and season 3 of The Mandalorian, right? Like they traded with some person who had something from the surface of Mandalore, like this engraved crystal. That I feel like that, I don't know why, but that the vibe that conversation gave me with the armor made it seem like it's been a little bit of time at least, and that they've been kind of on this journey trying to get to Mandalore, but with the perception that it's been like poisoned and you can't go there. Maybe he hasn't gone there yet, but he's like trying to figure out a way. But no, this episode started with a fun little action sequence where the cult Mandos fought a giant alligator. Like I feel like it wasn't even like a Star Wars-y character or like a Star Wars-y monster. It was literally just a giant ass alligator. They're struggling hard. They were not, like, they were all gonna die, pretty much. At a certain point, this alligator was gonna kill every one of them until Din Djarin strolled up in his, like, fresh new speeder, like, race car ship, and then just smokes this thing, destroys it, gets the info from the armor. Well, gives her the info, really. He's like, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna see if it's chill, and then I'm going to bathe in those waters, and I will be, redeemed. And then that kind of means everyone else can go back to Mandalore as well, right? If he can prove that it's safe, then the Mandalorians that exist can go back to their homeworld. As long as, like, the Empire doesn't try and kill them. Or the remnants of the Empire, I mean. One thing I thought was really, really cool, after that, when they're traveling to Navarro and they're in the hyperspace lane, Grogu like reaches out and can see the hyperspace whales. I forgot their exact name, but they're from Rebels. Really cool. They travel along hyperspace lanes, and they can do like hyperspace travel just like on their own, which is crazy. And if I remember correctly, at the end of Rebels, those things take Ezra and Thrawn to some like unknown location, and that's going to be like a huge plot point in the Ahsoka series. So that was really cool to see those things just right outside the hyperlane. Like they're traveling at hyperspeed, but they're not like in the official hyper lane, so to speak. That was really cool. But then we hit up Navarro, and it's looking fresh. Navarro, they planted trees, baby. Like they're looking good. This could be Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They could have filmed this there. Who knows? Like the money is being made at this town, but also Carl Weathers' character, I forgot what his name is. He's in a envious position. He is High Magistrate of this place, and I don't want to say he's letting the position get to his head, but like he's not like humble about it, if you know what I mean. Like he's got droids that are like literally keeping his cape from dragging across the ground. He gets mad at the one droid, not mad, he gets a little annoyed at the one droid when he calls him just magistrate instead of High Magistrate, and he's bragging about how much money can be made here, and it's just like he's getting maybe a tiny bit greedy, egotistical. Come down a little bit, sir, come down. And they're trying to make this a respectable spot. They got monuments to IG-11 in the freaking, or is it IG-88? With one of them, the IG droid that we love and sacrificed himself last season. He's got like a freaking monument in the center of town for his actions. Cara Dune, they addressed her. That's a very interesting topic, because I wonder what they're gonna do surrounding that character. Because if you are unfamiliar, this was a wild time on the internet. It's kind of crazy because we're watching Mandalorian season 3 right now, but we're also watching The Last of Us on HBO, which is starring Pedro Pascal. And the day that his casting was announced for that show was a bonkers day on Twitter, right? Because I think Pedro's sister is trans, and the actress who plays Cara Dune in season 2 and season 1, I think, is vocally Republican, vocally anti-trans, anti-gay, all that. Anything that's not like right-wing politics, she's firmly against. And she was spouting off on Twitter, doing her thing, like saying all these mean, hateful things about people that, you know, she'll probably never interact with, but like Pedro Pascal is probably a little annoyed about, you know, her saying these things, and she gets removed from the role by Disney, right? They're like, hey, you're not going to come back anymore. We're not going to film any more stuff with you. And so like she's kicked off the show. And then I don't remember if it was the same day or like it was like the same week. The news comes out that Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey have been cast as Joel and Ellie in The Last of Us, and it's just incredible because like like on a week where she is having just not a fun time, like getting kicked out of The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal is on top of the world. You know, just like pure karma for him, right? Because you know, he gets cast and it's just like, you know, she was probably thinking like, oh, without me this show's gonna go downhill, and you know, Pedro's not gonna get any roles or whatever. And it's just like he's doing fine, and then it's extra fitting that, you know, Bella Ramsey, who's Ellie in The Last of Us, has come out as non-binary or gender fluid or something like that, and so they are living prime too. But it kind of shows like how long it's been since Mando season 2 that like his casting as Joel was announced like well after season 2 happened, and then freaking the season's already been coming out and stuff. So the passage of time is crazy. But the current month is Pedro Pascal central with The Last of Us and Mando. But like I was saying, very interesting what they could do with Cara Dune, because they had the option of just killing off the character, right? They could have just been like, oh, she was hit by a truck, like a space truck, a week ago. Very sad, and then moved on. Or they could have been like, one of those space whales ate her in hyperspace. They could have picked anything. But they were like, oh no, she got recruited by special forces, and she's like off somewhere else. So the character is not dead, which means they could do whatever they want. If they wanted to bring that character back, they easily have the option of just recasting her. But then that also means they don't have to include her in this season's storyline, right? Like even though she was an important player in the previous season, they don't have to like be like, oh, you know, she's not around for they don't have to justify this weird convoluted excuse as to why she's not around, and it doesn't have to be a plot point. They can just be like, oh, she's just not here. And then if they decide they want to bring her back, very easy to do so, and then probably enough time will have passed where they could just pick a brand new actress, and most people probably wouldn't notice. I've seen actually a lot of really good fan castings for who they could pick, with the girl from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. There's a character in that movie who's like a leader of like a resistance group or something, but she's like built and like shredded. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen like screenshots of her character. She's like ripped And she played a Empire like comms officer last season in this show, but like no one's gonna remember that. No one's gonna care about this tiny little bit role if she ends up becoming a much more prominent character in the show. That would be completely fine. So I'm very curious to see what they do. If they don't, who knows if they ever address that character again. That might have just been their way of being like, oh, she's not here anymore, don't expect to see her. But if they choose to recast her, there's some very interesting options for what they could go with. And I'm curious to see if they ever do decide to bring it back. Oh, and then some pirates stroll up, and I feel like that might become a bigger story down the road, possibly, because they're like, yo, you built part of this town with cuts from jobs that this pirate king offered you and was a part of, and so we can do whatever we want here. And then they kill 4 of them, and it's like, that's not gonna go over well, right? Like, I feel like this pirate king is gonna have a grudge against this planet, and it's not like this is a planet filled with bounty hunters anymore. This is like a peaceful planet, from everything we can tell. Hopefully they have some solid defenses set up, but Mando's not there to fight anymore. He's off doing his own quest, so might need to get Cobb Vanth from Tatooine to come help. But I feel like that killing those pirates might come back to bite them in the butt, especially since they let that one guy go. Very interesting that they're trying to fix the IG unit, because it's literally the only droid that Mando trusts. He's like, this one singular droid is the droid that I'm cool with, and if we can fix him and bring him back, dope. I need him with me on Mandalore. But the only issue is his memory unit that made him good is no longer functioning. It's broken. So he's diverted to his original programming, which is kill Grogu. And we can't have that, obviously. That's no bueno. And we can't have Frick, what's his name? He's the initial I have spoken guy. He's dead, so he can't reprogram the IG unit like he did last time. So now Mando is on a fetch quest to get a memory unit. That's seemingly what most of what Mando does is go on fetch quests to get stuff. But they're gonna somehow find a memory unit, give it to IG, make him good again. We met some mechanics that are going to be working on him, and it's at least the same species of whatever BABU FRIK is. We don't know if it's necessarily himself, but I feel like way back there were articles where they confirmed that BABU FRIK himself is in the show. And so one of those little dudes might have been BABU FRIK. I can't tell. They all looked the same, and they all pretty much talked the same. I thought at one point one of them said BABU FRIK something. I don't know. But either way, BABU FRIK is my all-time favorite character in Star Wars. Like, other than like Obi-Wan, like Obi-Wan might be my legit favorite character in Star Wars ever. But BABU FRIK is like hella up there. I think my favorite character list goes probably Obi-Wan. Weirdly, Kit Fisto is high up there because I had a Kit Fisto action figure when I was a kid. Freaking love Kit Fisto. He's great. Ahsoka's fantastic. Anakin is obviously great. Luke is okay. I'm not the biggest fans of the original trilogy. I grew up with the prequels, so those are my movies. But we got there. BABU FRIK might be right up there. Mando's high up there as well. Like BABU FRIK is one of my favorite characters. He might be on par with like Rey in terms of like how much I like them as characters. But hopefully we see more of these little BABU FRIKs. I forgot what the species name that they said was, but I'm very excited to see more of him. And then Mando fights some pirates again. That little fight sequence was pretty dope, where he takes out, again, another like 4 or 5 pirates by just like hiding amongst the asteroids. Like, that was super cool, very creative. But now he's on this pirate's radar. Like, not just Navarro as a planet, but like he himself has killed. He killed like 4 of them on the ground, like in Navarro, and he just killed like 4 more in their ships. So like he has probably marked himself as an enemy of this pirate gang. This, you know, Swamp Thing looking pirate captain. I doubt that this will be the last time we see that guy. Like, it's gotta come up at some point. You know, as he's on his journey. Like, they're gonna interfere. This dude's got a dope ship. Like, they wouldn't just design some dope ass ship for nothing, right? Ooh, and then Mando, the end of the episode, Mando visits Bo-Katan on her like, probably like her ancestral home, right? Like, so it started with a K. I forgot exactly what they said it was, but you know, rainy planet in the Mandalorian system. So like the planet of Mandalore has been destroyed, but maybe this is like a vacation home for Bo-Katan, or like maybe this could be her and Duchess Satine's like ancestral home, like where they grew up. It looks pretty nice. It rains a lot there, so I would love it. I freaking love the rain. I low-key want to move to like Seattle because it rains there all the time, and it would be so great. I don't know why, but just that location, like the color grading and the surrounding area and the rain falling, it was very, very nice to look at. But Mando shows up and he's like, yo, me and you, Mandalore, let's go. And she's like, everybody left me. The entirety of the people that followed me left because I didn't have the Darksaber. I didn't win it from you, right? You have it because you earned it. And so they don't view me as a leader, so they all left. Like, you go lead them if you want. And he's like, yo, like, I'm going to Mandalore. Like, we can be chill. Like, it's kind of funny how he holds so true to like the whole like don't take off your helmet and I need to be redeemed part of the Mandalorian culture. But he doesn't seem to care that much about the whole like Darksaber wielder rules Mandalore part of the culture. Like, he's like, he doesn't care. He's like, why can't we just be chill? But at the same time, he's like, I have to be redeemed. It's like, why can't you just meet in the middle, right? Like just somehow, you know, pretend to lose. I mean, I guess he doesn't care. Yeah, he's like, just take the sword. Like, it's not a big deal. But to them, it's a big deal. And Bo-Katan's still shitty. She's like just in a bad mood. I've heard rumors that she's going to be somewhat antagonistic this season, or at least that's the vibe people got from the initial trailers. I'm curious to see, you know, how that progresses. Because if he can go to Mandalore and prove that it's not poisoned and everything's chill, you know, that could create like an entire like, not culture war, but it could create kind of like this civil war infighting type environment where, you know, him, Bo-Katan, all the other scattered remnants of Mandalorians are all trying to like fight for control over who rules Mandalore at that point. Would anyone want to go there if it's poisoned? I mean, you probably wouldn't want to live there full time. It would take a lot of work to get it back to being a livable space, I'm guessing. Actually, well, I don't know how good the terraforming technology is in Star Wars at this point. Might be an easy fix. Who knows? You know, if they can prove that it's not poisoned and actually go down there. That's very surprising that they haven't tried to do stuff like this already with like droids. Like, program some droids, send them down, be like, hey, make sure this is breathable. Who knows? But yeah, and then the episode ends, and so this was very much like not a catch up, but like a reminder of what the mission is, so to speak. Like, we had the end of season 2, right, where he got sent off, and then we had Book of Boba Fett, which kind of gave us it gave us the main stuff that's going to be happening, right? We knew going into this what the story of the season was going to be because of Book of Boba Fett, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who didn't watch that. And so this episode kind of does a decent enough job to set the table for what the season is going to be. And yeah, I'm very excited. There's only like, what, 8 or 9 episodes of the season, maybe 10. So that's annoying. They need to have some longer episodes. If you're only going to put out 10 episodes in a season, you can't have them be 30-minute episodes. That's crazy. But I don't know. It was good. It's glad to be back with Mando. Very excited for more Pedro, especially since we only have a couple episodes of The Last of Us left. We need a filler to fill that slot for for Pedro content. Either way, I'm very excited to be back. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of the episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Are you excited to have The Mandalorian back? Are you one of the people that didn't watch those episodes of Book of Boba Fett, or did you watch it? And how did you feel, vice versa, depending on which group you were? How did you feel about this introduction back into Season 3? I would love to hear what you have to say. But otherwise, I think that's all I gotta say. So if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. Again, since this is the first episode of a new season, that uncut will be completely free and public for anyone to check out. It's linked in the description down below. If you feel as though that's something you're interested in going forward, your support would mean the absolute world. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.